Well, listen, we are just 3 days away from an annual cherished tradition along the Wilmington River in Thunderbolt. The Blessing of the Fleet is returning on Saturday, and Thunderbolt Mayor Dana Williams and Event Coordinator Marianne Gannon-Papel stopped by to give us some 411, I will say, on what is planned for the weekend. So, Mayor, let's start talking about this great tradition and why it is so important for commercial fishermen, recreation fishermen, also the community overall.
You know, it started many years ago, just before all the fishermen set out for the season. They had one big last hurrah, a big party where all the fishing families and all everybody who worked on the waterfront all came down, and everybody set up tables, and they had, you know, parades where they'd walk down the street, and it was like just a big street party, and which all culminated in the priest coming out and blessing the fleet for to keep all the fishermen safe and for a bountiful harvest. And you know, unfortunately, the shrimping industry has kind of left Thunderbolt, but we wanted to keep the tradition alive, and so we decided to bring it back as Blessing of the Fleet for all floating vessels, if you will. If it floats and you can float safely, come on out and we'll bless it.
Well, as you prepare for Saturday's event, who will be there in terms of directing the ceremony? We have this picture behind us where we see Bishop Parks, but this time around we will have a different face, right?
We will. My former priest, Father Brett Brannon, who I dearly love, is a great guy, and unfortunately Bishop Parks couldn't be there this year, but Father Brannon is be there in his stead, and I'm sure he will do a fantastic job.
Well, you may not have that huge fishing industry anymore, but when you think about the history, the past, the marinas are still vibrant in Thunderbolt, and fishing is still really a big part of life there.
It truly is, and you know, when you come to Thunderbolt and you look out, there are a ton of watercraft. You know, we have a lot of marinas, a lot of dock space, and still, it's rare that you ever walk out and look at the river without a boat going by. Even when I'm on the way to the gym in the mornings at 4 o'clock, I see boats going by. So it's definitely still a busy waterway. A lot of people do, you know, fish out of there, a lot of pleasure boats. And then you know, we've got Thunderbolt Marine with the big, you know, yacht refinishing company. So still a working waterfront.
That's great to hear. Marianne, you're playing a major role again this year in Blessing of the Fleet. Tell us what people can expect as they make plans to come out Saturday.
They can expect a day they don't want to miss. We start out at 12 o'clock with a fun parade down River Drive, and then Mayor Dana Williams will welcome everyone. We'll have live music on the stage all day until 5 o'clock. We have some dance groups that will join us. We have 100 vendors that will line River Drive, so they'll be out there. We've got a cornhole tournament this year. We have a splash zone for children. In the splash zone, we'll be raising money for Brightside Advocacy. We're really excited about that. We've got food trucks. Tubby's in Thunderbolt is going to be doing a low country boil from 1 to 4.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Fresh Georgia shrimp, yes. And then Father Brennan will bless the boats at 4 p.m.
Well, what I love in all that you've said is just about everything. What really sticks out is the proceeds going to Brightside Advocacy, a foster care program right here in Savannah.
This program is so important. It started as CASA, which helps foster children, and they rebranded a couple years ago to Brightside Advocacy. And amongst that rebrand, they really wanted to bring families together, reunite families. And so they've got some incredible programs that bring those families together, but they need funding to be able to keep that up. And so we're so grateful to have them partner with us again this year. And they have their big event coming up with their Savannah Stars. So we hope to have them out there at Blessing of the Fleet. So it really is, it's very special.
All right, sounds good. And listen, everybody, we want to give you a final look at Blessing of the Fleet when it's happening Saturday, April 25th. It starts at 12 noon. So we hope you'll go out and support Thunderbolt, all the vendors. Mayor, a couple quick last words as we wrap up.
Just want to thank everybody that puts in the hard work to do this, and remembering all those who came before us. We do have one special event at noon. It's going to be very special to us. My staff actually built us a shrimp boat float for the parades, and we will be unveiling the naming of the boat,
oh, wow.
Which will be very special. And you know, always remember, even though the shrimp boats are gone, friends don't let friends eat foreign shrimp. Eat those sweet Georgia shrimp. They're always the best.
All right, Mayor, thank you. Mayor Dana Williams and also Mary Ann Gannon Papel. Best to you on Saturday.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.